This video provides an overview of the basic Freeway segment module in HCM-CALC. Again, you can load an individual module by selecting it from the list here and then pressing the load button, or just double-clicking the left mouse button on that module listing. In the upper left corner here, you can see that we have inputs for the number of lanes, for the traffic demand, and the peak hour factor. If you're running the module for the 5th edition calculations, you would also have an input for the driver population factor. Down here in the lower left part of the screen, we have inputs for the heavy vehicle factor. We have the general terrain option. You can choose between level and rolling. You would also have the mountainous terrain option if you're running the 5th edition calculations module. You can choose a specific grade, in which case you would enter the length and the grade percentage. You can also select a composite grade, and in this form then you would enter the lengths of each of the components of the composite grade. And at the bottom of the form, you'll see the overall length of the composite grade and then what the equivalent grade percentage is. And then these numbers will be transferred into these inputs here. And then you've got the inputs for the percentage of single unit trucks and the percentage of tractor trailers. And if you're running the 5th edition calculation module, you would have inputs for trucks and buses and RVs. And then in the very lower part of the screen here, you'll see what your truck passenger car equivalent value is, and then the corresponding heavy vehicle factor value. In the middle part of the screen here, you can specify your free flow speed. You can choose an estimated speed or a measured speed. If it's measured, you just enter the value directly here. If it's estimated, then these inputs here will become active, where you can enter your lane width, right side lateral clearance, and information about the ramp density. You can also specify some specific things pertaining to the speed flow curve, and this is specific to the 6th edition module. You can specify a free flow speed adjustment factor and a capacity adjustment factor, and those inputs will revise the shape of your speed flow curve accordingly. And then those values will be carried forward in the analysis. And when you have all your inputs set, you can click the Calculate Performance Measures in LOS button and see the corresponding performance measure values and level service. If you change any of the input values, these fields will then be blanked out, and then you need to press the button again to see the new results. You can also calculate service volumes for the conditions that are specified on this screen. So you press this button here, and then you can press the Calculate Service Volumes button, and you'll get service volumes for the peak direction, peak hour, both directions, peak hour, and annual average daily traffic. And these latter two tables depend on the value you enter for the D factor and the K factor. This last tab provides a formatted report. So on this page, you'll see a summary of all the inputs, as well as the calculation results. And you can send this to the printer by pressing the print icon, or you can also select that under the file menu. And that concludes the overview of the basic Freeway segment analysis module.